Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another edition of Your Morning Drive. I am Logan, the host with the most, coming to you from the Fireworks Studio in Marietta, Georgia. A couple things before we get started. First of all, big shouts to Fireworks for having us in their space today. Fireworks is a creative co-working space dedicated to uplifting local entrepreneurs and their local community. You can try them. If you're working at home, if you are self-employed and you're working at home and you're sick of it, if you're sick of your kids or your spouse or your dog or your neighbors or really just anything, if you want a change of pace, you can try this space. You can work here for a full day. You can get a free day pass if you tell them that I sent you. That's it. No kickbacks from it either. I just love uplifting this place because they've done so much for me. So we're going to do stuff for you too. So go ahead and try the space for free. Free day pass. Come tell them that you know me and they will hook you up. Or if you book them online, you can use the code DRIVE at checkout and they will hook you up with that as well. Before we dive in completely on whatever platform you're listening on, whether it's, and I'm getting my platforms mixed up, Spotify, YouTube, or Apple Podcasts, go ahead and hit subscribe, hit follow. Make sure that you are tuned in so that no matter where you are, or what planet you're on, you'll get a notification on a Wednesday that says a new episode of Your Morning Drive is available. Episodes come out at 5 a.m., so no matter where you are in the world, they come out at a convenient time for you to start your day. For more behind the scenes fun, of course, this is what I wanted to say earlier, you can follow on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and TikTok for merch, sponsor stuff, clips, episode announcements, everything in between social media. Follow it. Thanks for tuning in. Let's get started. My guest today is a powerhouse of grit, grace, and radical reinvention. From a childhood shaped by addiction and loss to careers in acting, branding, and real estate, she's lived many lives and tells the truth about all of them. After returning home from New York City to care for her ailing father and later losing her mother, she walked through addiction, grief, and healing with extraordinary honesty. Today, she leads Holistic Home Collective, a real estate business built on faith, wellness, and doing right by people, even if that means walking away from the deal. She's a believer in miracles, a Thursday night AA host, and a woman who fights for clarity, family, and purpose in everything she does. Please welcome my new friend, Susanna Erickson.
Thank you so much for having me. That
Thank
was
you.
an awesome intro.
Isn't it? I used your bio, what you wrote for me, and I passed it on to my executive assistant, ChatGPT,
Nice.
to reword and make it sound fun. Gosh, fun it sounds. I say this to a lot of people, Susanna, but I'll tell you too, that when I get my chat to make the bio all pretty and structured and everything, I just copy it and I paste it. I don't really read it. So you took the time to fill out my thing. All the while, I don't really read it. I copy the things that you say you want to talk about, paste it, copy the bio, paste it, but I don't really read it. I don't do a ton of research into my people because I want to learn more about you right here. And I don't want to, again, I don't want things to feel forced or staged or rehearsed. So here we are.
Cool.
Learning about each other in the flesh.
Love it.
So how are you?
Good.
You just got back from somewhere.
Yes.
Did you go to Colorado?
We did.
Why?
You know what? I called it the Holistic Home Collective Mental Health Summit.
There you go.
We just needed
Write it
to
off.
get away, but we went to Mumford & Sons at Red Rocks, which
Wow.
was unbelievable.
Just incredible.
Magical. Highly recommend it.
Wow. That's incredible. So you flew out there just for that concert.
Yeah. And then we kind of worked from the hotel the rest of the time.
I respect it.
Yeah.
How long were you guys there?
Like 6 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Colorado's beautiful though too.
So
So I mean, when you're not working, you can get out of the hotel and just explore. What a weird city like Denver is. Where were you guys at? Where is Red Rock?
Right. So we stayed in Denver.
Okay.
Red Rocks is 30 minutes out
Yeah.
in Morrison. Yeah.
Iconic.
Yeah.
I saw your post the other night on Facebook and I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And that's at the moment that I was just like, is she going to be back in time?
That's why you asked me.
Which is why I confirmed, because Catherine also was just like, Susanna's in like Colorado right now. I was like,
Yeah.
and as this morning, she was like, "You sure she's going to be there?" I was like, "Well, I texted her and she said yes." So unless she thinks it's like a phone call or something, but no, I trusted that you were going to be back, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you for giving me your time on this lovely hot Sunday. Kind of give me a little bit of your origin story, Susanna. I mean, talk about where you're from, your family, parents, childhood. Kind of give me a little bit of your origin story.
Yeah. So I grew up not too far from here in the Marietta, Kennesaw area. I had a seemingly normal childhood.
Yeah.
It wasn't until later that I realized how not normal it was. But went to a Christian school in Kennesaw, North Cobb Christian. Go Eagles.
Yeah. There you go.
And I guess at the end of high school, I was just wanting to get away. And so I went as far as my applications would let me. So I ended up in New York City.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lovely. New York. So from Georgia originally, moved to New York, and you spend how long up there?
About 2.5 years.
Okay, and that's when you were taking care of your dad?
So I went up there for school
Okay.
and ended up going back home.
Came back to Georgia.
Yeah, I had moved to like Jersey City, and my brother convinced me that my dad wasn't doing so well with his non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. And I realized, family's more important than, anything I've got going on here. So moved back. He's fine. He's still alive and kicking. Yeah.
Good for him.
But, my mom got sick a couple years after that. So, as much as I love New York, I'm definitely glad I got the chance to spend more time with her.
Is dad still up there?
No, he's in Canton.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Just kicking, doing all right?
Just kicking, has horses,
Wow.
mini donkeys.
Wow.
Yeah.
So he's got like some land and some property?
Yeah.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah.
Shouts to dad.
Yeah, he did.
Love that. Love that. So you go to school, you move back, kind of help out with dad, your mom gets sick. What are your first, all the while that's all happening, you get out of school and you are trying to start your life, but then you're conflicted because you need to go back and help care for the family and make sure your parents are okay. And of course, we lose your mom. So sorry. Where are you career wise right here? Like, where did you go to school for? What were you looking for? Did you know what you wanted to do?
Yeah, that was wild. No idea. I had no clue when I moved up there, just kind of, did things.
Yeah.
So I went to school for communications at Pace University and really just took every opportunity the city had. And it was so cool because it's, such a big city. You can do anything you want to. So I did a lot of acting and modeling. I got my real estate license on a whim. And yeah, just.
You're still grinding on the real estate.
Yes.
Wow.
So yeah.
Did you have any idea it was going to extend this much later?
Not at all. And it was so weird because I had come back. I started a web design and branding company, kind of did that until COVID. My mom and pop clients were kind of shut down, pay me. And I was just thinking, I loved real estate. I just hadn't gotten back into it. Just, I think out of fear. And there's so many real estate agents, right? And it's kind of like, you could have said the same thing. There's so many podcasters.
Oh, yeah.
What makes me cool or different?
Absolutely.
And that's just not the right attitude. It's,
I am different. It is. Yeah. And that's good.
Exactly. Yeah. Everyone's different. That's what's so neat about just people and communities is everybody's different. Everybody has their own journey. They could have a similar story, but kind of use it differently. It's wild.
Yeah. Everyone comes from a different place. And yeah, like there might be, if you go to a networking group, you might find like 5 real estate agents in there, but they all either specialize in something different
Yeah.
or their areas aren't overlapping. So it's like, oh, well, we can use each other for referral partners, or we could help each other grow. And that's the thing that I've noticed a lot about Georgia in general is I lived a lot of places growing up, and maybe I was never an adult, so I never really knew. And maybe this was true in these other places, but it really seems like that, like the entrepreneur, the small business, that kind of community in like Georgia, they're very like close knit. Everybody is like here to scratch everyone's back. And I feel like that's, I mean, maybe I could be ignorant to it, but I feel like that's not normal. I feel like a lot of places are like competition, competition, competition.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, you might be competing with those four other real estate agents, but why not help each other out and utilize each other for the betterment of ourselves, but also the people we serve?
Exactly. And that's my brokerage's motto is community over competition, which
Lovely.
I love
Yeah.
because really, I mean, if we could all just help each other out, we're all better for it, right?
Yeah. Along in the same vein, there was a point, Susanna, where I didn't ever invite other podcasters in here
Hmm.
to do this with me, or other, because I also kind of along the same vein, I didn't know you did this web design, social media management. I do that for a handful of folks. And for the longest time, I was like, I can't ever get another digital marketer in here because then why would I promote someone that they could book them rather than me? Your morning drive is also present to us by Good Days Canned Cocktails. Good Days are a classic cocktail brand created in a convenient, ready to drink canned format for any occasion, whether it's a pool day, a boat day, a beach day, a graduation, a wedding, a bar mitzvah, anything in between. Good Days are there for you. Good Days are ahead when they are in your cooler, your fridge, your anything in between. Good Days has your back. If you want to be one of the first to try their drink, you can do so by visiting drinkgooddays.com/pages/find-us to find a store near you selling their drink. Of course, you must be 21 years of age to consume and purchase. But then I was talking, I stepped out of my comfort zone and I booked a guy. And me and him had the greatest conversation, good friends to this day. But he said, buddy, there's enough food for all of us to eat.
Right.
And I
Yes.
had never considered that before.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, that's so true.
Yeah.
And from there on, like floodgates have opened. Like
Yeah.
I could have 5 real estate agents episodes back to back to back, and we're going to talk about something different for all of them. It's
Absolutely.
so cool.
Not to mention, I don't think there's a one agent for each individual. You know, it's a very personal thing, and some personalities just don't jive. And that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, if you don't like me, you know, find someone you do like.
That's the nice way of putting it. If you
Right.
don't like me, then go, whatever yourself. But okay, so you're dabbling in acting and modeling and kind of figuring it out.
Yeah.
And what kind of acting did you do? Anything crazy, or were you doing like commercials, or like what did you do?
So this is embarrassing, but
Oh,
I guess my claim to fame is Music Choice's top 5 sexy countdown.
top 5 sexy countdown.
Yes, it was when Axe body spray first came out,
Oh no.
and they had me say "Ba chick ba wah" 3 times. And yeah, I just did this little countdown of like, mid to late 2000s songs like Christina Aguilera was
Yeah.
on that. And it just played on repeat on Music Choice for, I don't know, a year.
And it was you?
And it was me. I know. It was the weirdest audition I've ever done. They just sat me in front of a camera and they were like, do whatever. And so I just put on this like weird personality, like where I was doing a kind of like a video blog
Yeah.
before video blogs a thing. And they said they were just rolling over. Like they kept the footage because it was just so like silly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wild. So what, before we talk more about that, what, because like you said, you're in such a big city, you could do anything you want
Yeah.
if you put your mind to it and get to it. Why did you kind of chase like the acting and modeling? Did you fall into it? Tell me about that.
Totally just fell into it. but I I guess I put this, not pressure on myself, but I wanted to take advantage of, the time I had there and just to do the things I didn't necessarily want to do, just to challenge myself. So that became my motto is do the things you don't want to do, go on the auditions when you don't feel like it. That is absolutely every time I got something big was when I was like, I don't feel like it. I've got this going on. I've got a paper to write, but I would, just do it. And it was amazing.
And you liked it?
Oh, I loved it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you think if there's another reality somewhere where you are an actress or a model full time?
I don't know because, I've gotten a little shy about stuff like that now.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, just I
I can
did.
tell a little bit. There's a
Yeah.
little bit of
Yeah.
shyness to
Yeah.
it. Do you
Right.
know why that developed?
Um, maturity, sobriety, you know.
Yeah, I want to talk about that
Yeah.
later on in the story. But yeah, it is interesting to see like how you evolve as a person as you get older because like when I was like 21, I was a social butterfly and like my meter never went down. Like I could be social and energetic and like talk to everybody for like 9 hours straight. Like I
Yeah.
could do it. But like now it's like, okay, maybe I can do it in like 4 hours. And then like I just need to go and like hide in a room or something.
Yes.
Like,
Recharge.
yes, absolutely. Whereas, 10 years ago, I was like, I don't need to recharge. Like, I would always criticize people like, oh, I'm tired. I don't really feel like it. I'm like, what do you mean you don't feel like it? Let's
Yeah.
go do something.
Right.
But now I understand. And it's so funny how like you like early on, you're putting yourself out there, you're doing this acting, this modeling, really intimate stuff. But then as you evolve, you're like, huh, I don't know if I could do that
Yeah.
because my personality's changed a little bit.
Right. Or I don't need that anymore.
Yeah.
I lived that life and
Did it give you like any kind of rush while you were doing it? Like, or was it like when you say the phrase that you just said, like, I don't need that anymore. Like you don't need the attention, you don't need the spotlight.
yeah, I think for me it was more about I don't need to check that box off
Sure.
anymore because I've done it.
Understood. That's a box I've yet to check and would
Yeah.
love to check.
You
I'd love
should.
to
Yeah.
act.
Yeah.
I'd love to voice act for sure. I'm
Yeah.
fairly comfortable in
Do
front of
it.
a microphone, so I'd love to dabble in that if I could.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll see though.
You
I mean,
can.
that just
I
means I
mean,
have to like chase it, and I chase enough. I do too much chasing.
yeah.
Maybe one day though.
Yeah.
I definitely if I was 90 and looked back and never tried once, I would regret it. So I'm going
Right.
to at some point.
Definitely.
Just need to find it. Not need to find the time or the right opportunity.
Yeah.
But
There's
there's
plenty of
plenty.
stuff out there
Yeah,
for
in
you to do.
Georgia too. I mean, they film
Absolutely. Yeah.
everything in Georgia now, it seems.
Yeah.
Every major motion picture at the end of the credits, it says made in Georgia or something. And you're like, whoa,
Right.
they film everything here.
At least be an extra.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I'd love to. Even if I'm not the lead, which no one wants me as the lead, but even if I'm just like, instead of sitting in the chair next to Kevin Costner, if I'm like 8 chairs down from Kevin Costner, that's still pretty cool.
Right. That's big. That'd be huge.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Yeah.
Did you ever act in anything greater than, a commercial or an ad here and there? Were you in like a show or a movie or anything?
I was in a movie as an 1800s prostitute.
Oh,
Yeah.
heard.
So totally fully clothed. I mean, had a nice little cold sore on my lip, just
What was this in?
shoot, what's it called? I I see the dead or something or
Was it like a horror movie?
yeah,
Oh boy.
like a B movie.
Oh yeah. Okay, that's fun. We'll have to find that later. Wow, interesting. Very fun. Yeah, my biggest fear is like they cast me and they're like, "Yeah, man, we want you to play that Bush."
Yeah.
I'll be like, "This was must supposed to be my big break." Like, "Nah, man, we want you to get in a trash can and
Yeah.
stay in there
Yeah.
for the whole movie."
Or just like, yeah.
Yeah, or like you're gonna play the guy that at the restaurant that the waiter's walking behind and he spills like the beer on. You're
Yeah.
gonna get beer spilled on you
Right.
20 times because we're gonna do 20 takes and you're gonna smell like beer for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
Or just the guy who dies instantly.
right.
The stupid one.
Yet in the horror, there's always one,
Yeah. Someone's got to do it,
someone's
man.
got to be the first. And,
Yeah.
I just don't want to be that guy.
You know?
I've seen enough horror movies that I feel like I'd last a while.
Yeah, I think you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you see
You'd
the
be smart
people,
about it.
I try to be.
Yeah.
I mean, if there's a knock in there, like, I'm not going in there.
Yeah,
Like,
right?
if
I
you hear
know.
footsteps, I'm not creeping down the
Yeah.
hallway. I'm going to shut the door, lock the door, and sit in a corner until someone comes to help me.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, word's still out on the zombie apocalypse, so you
well,
might
yeah.
might
So
have
if
a
the
chance.
apocalypse happens, call me because I'll get us through it.
Do you have a plan?
Slightly?
Okay.
A slight plan.
Yeah. Don't leave the house. I don't
Yeah.
know why people do that.
That's plan number one for
Yeah.
sure. I would only leave the house if it was like detrimental to survival. And
Right.
even then, I'd really think it through. I'd be like, because if I leave, like, I'm not much of a violent dude. So, like, if a zombie like approached me, I'd be like, all right, just bite me. Yeah, I'd probably give up.
Gently, please.
Yeah. Hey, like, don't use your teeth. So you're doing the modeling, you're doing the acting, and then you stay in New York. You help take care of your father. And at what point are you comfortable with leaving New York and you move? Did you move immediately back to Georgia? Did you hop around a little bit? What happened then?
Yeah. So I didn't really, admittedly take care of him. I mean, he's a pretty,
You were just nearby?
yeah,
Okay.
just, wanted to, be around family. Everyone's here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I moved back to Georgia, went to Kennesaw State University.
Hooty hoo.
Yeah, hooty hoo. Did graduate in
Congratulations.
communications. Yeah. I don't know a single soul who uses their communications degree, but here we are.
Well,
So,
I feel like most people don't use the degree that they actually got.
Yeah.
Like they end up doing something completely different.
right.
Like I got a programming degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
It is, but I hate it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I hated it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Worked a job and I was like, no.
Oh, no.
Programmers historically are not very sociable people.
No.
They're lock themselves in a dark room and never come out kind of
Right.
people. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm a people person. I need that.
At least you figured that out.
Yeah. I figured it out though, like halfway through junior year of college, and I was like, Dad, I kind of don't want to do this anymore. And he was like, just get the degree. No one will care.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? I was like, so if I want to go work at a marketing company, they're going to let me? And he was like, well, I don't know if they're just going to let you. You're going to have to prove to them that you
Right.
could do the job. But like, yeah, just get the degree. People
Yeah.
just care that you finished through school.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I did.
Yeah.
And then just have figured it out on the all the while.
Yeah.
So you get back to Georgia. What's your first move immediately career-wise? Are you like, I'm going in on real estate, or what was first?
So I held off on the real estate for the reasons I mentioned, but I tried to make it work with my degree. I actually started a website, hiresusanna.com.
Oh, wow.
And
That's clever.
yeah, just kind of blogged about, my uh, my interests, my talents, and yeah, eventually I did get a job in marketing, and yeah, just didn't something was missing. And now I realize it you know to be the people part, just helping people and really being a part of something important in people's lives. And I feel like, that's what I do now. And this job is, being in real estate is the job for me. It's just it's challenging, it's rewarding, it's beautiful, you'll cry a lot, you'll, it's just, being part of something big in people's lives is just magical.
It is. And especially when you're a real estate agent and you're doing, commercial, or no, I'm sorry, residential, you're helping people find maybe their first home. That's an incredibly rewarding experience. I mean, first time home buyers, whatever the case may be, real estate can be a really celebrational
Yeah.
kind of field. So to be able to experience that with people and see the absolute joy
Mhm.
in their eyes and in their hearts when you're going through the process with them has got to be really rewarding, right?
Absolutely. Definitely worth all the pain and suffering we have to go through to get there. But yeah,
That's lovely. That's awesome. So when you are in that initial consult with somebody of like, hey, I think I might want to utilize you to help me find my home or whatever. How do you said at the beginning, if you don't like me, that's okay. Like, how do you determine whether you're a good fit for someone? Or is it more on them of like they need to figure out if they're compatible with you, or probably a little bit of both?
a little bit of both. Yeah. There's definitely the telltale signs and you know, I don't know. I feel like I have the personality that can get along with a wide variety of people. So it doesn't happen very often that somebody doesn't like me or my husband for that matter, because he got his license too, and we are working together. So yeah, it's a balancing act. And we just recently rebranded to Holistic Home Collective because we truly care about the entire person or the entire family. The spiritual, mental, financial, all of it, instead of just, the surface level, you know, I'm trying to find you a pretty home or sell your home for top dollar. Of course, we do that too, but we're your therapist, we're your friend. You know, I love not knowing somebody and then by the end of it, they're inviting us to dinner and, baby showers and weddings. Like, I mean, it's really, really cool to, be a part of the community and in such like on a deep level.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really cool. And that's such a breath of fresh air because I feel like, especially with you guys having like a brand behind you, you're not just like Susanna Erickson Realty.
Yeah.
You're not, whatever. You're this brand and you and your husband are both operating under that brand. So the fact that you got, even from that perspective, even pretend like the brand doesn't do and take in all account all of the things that you just mentioned, but the fact that you have like a brand representing a client rather than like a single entity or a single person,
Right.
even though it doesn't really change that much, it's still like a breath of fresh air because everyone will give you their business card and it'll say, Logan Lewis, real estate agent. Yours might say Susanna Erickson, Home Holistic Collective, or
Right.
is it?
Holistic Home Collective.
All right, I switched
Yeah.
them. There's my dyslexia.
And it takes the ego out of it too.
Yes.
It's not about me. It's about the client. They are the heroes of the story.
Right. You shouldn't be the focal point in your business.
Right.
It's the people you serve.
Right.
Yeah, that's really cool. You and your husband, how do you guys split it? Like, do you guys both tackle different things? Do you both just do your real estate careers under this LLC or whatever you guys have set up? Do you guys flip flop on who takes who or who takes what? Like, how do you make that work?
Kind of sometimes it sounds a little bit more disorganized than it is, but we do,
Help juggle things.
yeah, we help each other in various ways. There's certain things I'm better at, so I take on for the most part, and there's certain things that he's better at. And yeah, if we have, if we need to take two different clients out on showings, we'll definitely split those up. So, we can be two places at once.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. And that almost makes it more effective too, because
Yeah.
I mean, you guys could be closing two deals at the same time,
Yes.
potentially.
Yeah. And we found the flow, so we can kind of pick up where the other left off.
How do you navigate the challenges of the market in a way that and I ask this specifically because, well, before I ask that, is this all your husband does full time?
Yes.
Okay, so
Both of us.
perfect. So you both do this full time. How do you guys navigate a time like now where the market's been weird for a couple years? It's probably going to keep being weird for a couple years. How do you guys navigate that where both of your full-time incomes rely on people buying and selling their homes?
Honestly, all glory to God.
Yeah.
There's no other reason we don't worry about it. We are beyond blessed. We've had our two best years and
Wow.
these two worst years. So no idea. I don't think it's able to be explained.
Yeah, it just happens.
Yeah.
It's just worked out. Love that. Love that because you hear about people starting something like this, or they quit their job and they become a full-time, real estate agent or insurance agent, or insert job title here, but and then like the market will crash, or some external force happens and it requires them to have to pivot. And I always think about, like, during like times of hardship or where the economy is weird, like how do real estate agents make it?
Honestly, my advice to anybody in a field like that would be commit to excellence. If you work with excellence and you truly care about people, I don't think there is a way you can fail.
Yeah, that's really well put. You got to give 110% to whatever you're doing,
Right.
because then the blessings will continue.
Right. And just putting your heart into it, into, the people that you serve and truly serve them. Um, there's a lot of ways in real estate where you can get greedy. And we say it all the time. We're not worried about losing a deal or breaking a contract if that's what keeps our clients safe.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, that makes total sense. As you were giving your answer there, I thought of something that kind of piqued my interest. Of your organization is called Home Holistic? Holistic
Holistic
Home.
Home
Dang it.
Collective.
Okay. It's
Yeah.
the adjective first and then the noun.
Yeah.
Got it. Sorry. Dyslexia. I'm horrible. What does that mean per se? I mean, I'm sure the name, you don't just use holistic
Yeah.
willy-nilly. I mean, what you're doing has to embody that specific adjective. So what does that mean specifically? Why not just home collective? Why is it holistic?
Right. I love talking about, so I told you the whole, the working for the whole person, mind, body, spirit. But the other side of it is what I call the crunchy part, right? Um, Mold testing, radon testing, you know, EMFs, all the things about a home that could make it, potentially unhealthy or hazardous to any one individual. Everybody has different tolerances to those things, but it's absolutely mind boggling how many homes are not healthy, how many homes don't breathe. There's a certain way in which homes are being built now that is not conducive to it being, quote, healthy. Like spray foam insulation doesn't allow for a house to breathe. So it gets, the moisture gets trapped, and, you um, more propensity to get mold and, all sorts of, bad things. So, as much time as we spend indoors, I think, you know, the home is definitely, number one when it comes to just living a healthy life.
Yeah, that's really well put. I've never thought of it like that. There's a lot of, homes are just built, and it's just, or buildings in general are just built. And sure, the builder might be conscious about some of that stuff, but probably I'd say 90% of the time they're not conscious. They just, especially when they're throwing up, and I'm hypocritical because I live in one of these neighborhoods, but you'll find just random pockets of townhomes or single family homes are just, and there's like 100 of them in like this new neighborhood, and they're all, of course, they're all new build homes, and you're wondering, like, how the hell do they throw them up so fast? And it's like, well, they can't be super duper conscious about what they're doing, are they?
Some do check out. They really do. I think a lot of builders, have a commitment to excellence, and, but some do not, for sure.
Yeah, I think ours is all right.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to say their name in case they're not.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, sweet. Well, that's really cool. That definitely brings a different side into that home buying or home selling process, because it's one of those things that I've always called it, and this isn't meant to be an insult, but like real estate, finance, insurance, they're not fun things to talk about, real, unless you're really fiery and passionate about.
Yeah.
But generally, if you're like at a networking event, you don't want some guy coming up and be like, yo, what's your insurance like? It's not fun.
Right.
But this take on it is so different, I feel like, that it almost is like, So because if you would have just, hey, I'm Susanna Erickson, I do real estate, people are automatically are thinking one or two things. But as soon as you come up and say, hey, I'm with Holistic Home Collective, got it right that
Yeah.
time. They're like, ooh, tell me more. And you're like, yeah, well, we do real estate, but we offer it with, a twist of this or a twist of that. And they're like, huh,
Yeah.
that's a breath of fresh air. I never have heard this before.
Right. Well, real estate is always centered usually around a big life event, babies, death. So there's a lot of, extra things that come into play where, it's never just real estate, you know?
Yeah, that's fun. So this is something I dove into while I was hanging out waiting for you to come in today. Do you guys do commercial real estate as well? Is that a
Little-
special kind of license that you
It
have to
is.
have?
You don't necessarily have to have a different license, but we dabble in small commercial.
Okay.
So if you want to buy a mall, we do have referral partners.
But if I want to buy a room that's as big as this room.
Yes, yeah, definitely do that.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
yeah,
Might need to talk to you about that.
absolutely.
Um, do you find commercial is like, especially in that space of like, if you're trying to buy a mall or a shopping strip or something like, yeah, maybe we're not the people for you. But is it difficult to help people find spaces like that that are a little on the smaller side or no?
It can be. I mean, it really is very similar to residential
Sure.
in that, we can, if it doesn't exist on the market, we can find it for you. So yeah, it's just when you get into like the big office buildings where we just might not be as knowledgeable
Sure. As somebody who's done high rise real estate their entire career,
Right.
like sure you offer it, but it's almost like I was talking actually this morning with the last guest. It's like you don't want to necessarily offer something knowing that you're not going to be able to put 110% into it.
Absolutely.
You don't
Yes.
want to half-ass
Yeah.
something. It's
And-
like the marketing world.
Right.
It's like, I don't want to tell you that I'm going to be able to help boost you on Google. I can help you on
Right.
Google,
Yes.
but I don't know if you're looking for a true overhaul, I don't know if I'm that guy.
Right.
I can do very base level work on Google and SEO and stuff, but if you're looking for some deep, deep shit, I'm not your guy.
Yeah.
And that's a totally acceptable place to come to,
Yes. Absolutely.
knowing that you can't do it all and you're okay with that.
Yeah. You can't promise to be number one on Google,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I always say, ask us. We'll be straight with you and say, whether we do something or not.
Yeah.
But there's
Do you ever miss the marketing world? I know you said you did that a little bit before COVID.
no, because I do a lot of it
Oh,
for
true.
our business.
True.
Yeah.
Do you
So-
run all the platforms and all of the fun things that you guys are present on?
So I passed that off to a different company,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I do still get to do like graphic design
Sure.
and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you still get to dabble in it enough that keeps that passion going,
Right.
but not rarely enough that it would slowly fade away.
Right.
That makes sense.
Absolutely.
Very cool. Very cool. So I want to take a break from real estate
Okay.
for a second, and I want to talk to you a little bit about your sobriety journey, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I might ask questions that don't make sense, so please tell me if they make sense.
Okay.
But so in your intro, it was alluded to that, you're after losing your mom, you walked through addiction and grief and healing with honesty. Hey guys, let's talk about another partner of the podcast, Branded and Devoted Designs. Are you looking to level up your company's merch game? Your brand deserves better than boring swag. If you contact Branded and Devoted Designs, you can level up with custom hats, shirts, tumblers, mugs, and more that your customers and clients will brag about. Go to www.brandedanddevoteddesigns.com to make your brand stick out. Mention that Logan from Your Morning Drive sent you, and they will give you 10% off of your order. That's brandedanddevoteddesigns.com. Tell them Logan sent you from Your Morning Drive for 10% off your order. So let's talk about the addiction and grief piece. Catherine, as you might know, she lost her mom as well, and going through that grief period is really tough. And I can see after, we were just dating at the time, but just seeing someone go through that can see how easy it would be to
Mm.
be susceptible to drugs or alcohol or other substances that make you forget, because losing a loved one like that, especially your mom, the person who literal birthed you,
Yeah.
is I'm lucky enough to still have my mom, but I can't be ready for that. And I don't think anyone ever is. So, do you mind telling me a little bit about how that kind of started for you? So, I hate to start here, but your mom is dying. She's slowly fading away. And then one day she does.
Mhm.
And of course, you guys go through the typical grief period where it's like you're mourning the loss of your mom, you're figuring out all the financials that go into it. Unfortunately, it's like the world doesn't give you any time to breathe or grieve. They're like, "Yeah, well, who's going to pay her electric bill?" And you're just like, "Yo, my mom just died. Well, I'm not really concerned with paying anything." But I say all that to say, how did you kind of start this post mom life, and how did that kind of lead into the addiction piece?
I think it really started well before her death. Just coming back from New York and just not being, not choosing happiness right off the bat. So, alcoholism is a progressive disease. It never gets any better. It just gets progressively worse, right? So, I had just like, I don't know, fallen into the wrong crowd, if you will. And when she was diagnosed, it was upsetting because we had kind of a rough relationship growing up. There was a lot of bitterness toward my dad. They finally got divorced when just as I was leaving for New York. And when I came back, she was still very bitter, but I put her on match.com and she found like the most incredible man and the bitterness just melted away. It was beautiful. So like we were really able to start just a beautiful relationship. You know, what I'd consider for the first time. So we only had about a year and a half of that, and she got married, and 7 months later, she was gone. So I never even accepted that she was going to die. Um,
Was it, sorry to cut you off,
yeah.
was it imminent? Like, did you guys know it was coming, or was it kinda like the open-ended, like when Catherine's mom died, it was like, "Well, she could die tomorrow, but she probably won't," and you're like, "What does that mean?" Did you, like, know, or did it just happen?
Well, it was pancreatic cancer.
Yeah.
So the first thing I do is go to Google, and there's a 5% chance.
Jesus Christ.
But I'm a believer, and I
Sure.
thought God could heal her, and I know he can, but there's also reasons why people die. But I was stuck in that like loop of like, oh, she's going to be fine. She's going to be fine until I knew she wasn't. And that's just when like all the cards fell down, right? Like my whole world just like imploded, and I turned to like isolation. I didn't really have anybody or anybody I could talk to, or my brother who was going through the same thing. He had his own family. Everybody had like their own peoples. And that's what alcoholics do. They turn inward and they isolate. And it's the very opposite that gets you out of it. The community, talking about it, the support you get from each other. So, yeah.
That's lovely. Well, I mean, it's not lovely, but I mean, the community aspect of it
Yes.
is so important.
Right.
I mean, like you said, it's a lonely, lonely addiction. Of course, it's not lonely in the fact that millions of people suffer from it, but it's lonely when you're in those shoes. Someone really close to me also was going through that at some point at a really, really, really young age, which was just horrible for him. But I mean, he's been sober since. But he's told and kind of opened up over the last couple of years of like, yeah, dude, when you're in the trenches of that, it's a dark place.
Addiction does not discriminate.
No, it
It
doesn't.
it'll take the CEO, it'll take, anybody it can.
It's such a
Mm.
tragedy,
Yeah,
honestly.
it is.
So how did you so were you just, like, hitting the bottle? Were you just drinking and
Yeah.
getting blackout? Like, what were you doing that was, like, 'Cause, like, yeah, people drink,
Yeah.
but, like, what were you doing that made it so dangerous to you?
Just the
Just binging it?
just the quantity. I mean, it's, it's pretty ridiculous how much, I didn't care. I mean, I didn't
You
care
didn't care.
I didn't care if I lived or died, and when I met my husband, that's when, I kinda got better because, like, I had somebody, right? But I was still struggling with it.
Sure,
I would go in and out of a certain 12-step program. Just I never did it for myself
sure.
until 2022. We had gone through IVF and we lost the baby. And at the same time, our house flooded. So it was just like this big dramatic, uh,
Chain of events.
chain of events, right? That, brought me back into the addiction. And then finally, I was like, you know what? I've got to do this for myself this time. Like, it can't be my dad, it can't be my husband, it can't be anybody else but myself. And I threw up my hands and I totally surrendered. I had like the gift of desperation that it takes to, get out of that. You just can't do it for any other reason but yourself. And I had set husband has this incredible childhood mentor that he has a foundation, 70 by 7, and it's all about forgiveness. And he sat down and he gave me this like little pocket mirror. And he goes, I know you can't look at yourself right now, but you will. And that's when I realized, like, I hated myself. And I don't have to live like that anymore. And so when I made just like big, you know, this big decision, like everything fell into place, just having that gift of desperation was, I don't know, just the most incredible, it started just a trajectory that I couldn't have ever dreamt up myself.
Wow. And so you've been, so you were sober for X amount of years, and then you, like you said, kind of in and out, and then the 2022 incidents of, losing, and then your house gets flooded, and then all these things, and then at that moment you're like, okay, I'm doing that. I'm doing the damn thing.
Yeah.
And then so since then you've been
Yeah.
stone cold sober?
Yeah.
Wow.
And loving it.
Yeah.
Like just the most joy I've ever experienced in my whole life.
I love that for you.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
And well, first of all, thank you for opening up and telling me about that.
Yeah.
I know it's not always easy to
No.
talk about that kind of stuff. So thank you for being open and honest about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure it can help somebody else that might hear it. And
That's why I talk about it.
yeah. So, and then you said you lead on Thursday nights. Tell me about
Yes.
that.
Yes, I have this amazing group in a certain 12-step program.
Sure.
That's
Sure.
what my sponsor told me to say.
Sure.
We're a family, man. Like it's so cool. Like we're all over the world. We're actually going up. Someone in our group passed away. He died sober.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it happens. It's again,
People die for a reason.
people die for a reason. And we're all going up to upstate New York and some of us meeting each other for the first time ever. And I made t-shirts.
Oh, that's so fun.
Yeah, it is so fun. Um, so I host on Thursday nights and it's so just I don't know. They're my people, man. Like
That's so
they make
great.
life make sense.
I can see that, as we were talking about the real estate piece, that, we're talking about real estate. But then as soon as I transition over to talking about your journey through alcoholism and how you're sober now and how you lead this thing, I've just could tell like there's like this sparkle almost in your whole vibe that's kind of pivoted as soon as we started talking about a really horrible subject, but you got really open and started talking more and just you kind of just became like in a weird way more passionate about that than real estate. Do you ever see yourself doing like nonprofit work and helping other besides what you're already doing, of course. But have you ever like considered like starting something of your own to give back to people that suffer through that or anything? Because I could just tell that you have this like something like you lit up in a weird way when we talk about the fact that you made t-shirts for this. You're going to upstate New York, you're going to meet these people. I mean, it's so cool. Do you think you'd ever dabble with doing more?
100%. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's, just continuing to do the service work that I'm doing. But I mean, that's absolutely part of the program is the service to others. I might not know how big that gets yet.
One thing I've always wanted to ask people who have suffered from this in the past that are now sober for at least a couple years, I've always wanted to ask, but I never knew like if it was appropriate to ask.
Yeah.
But I always have been curious about what's the experience like now? Because first of all, to give some context, we met at a gala where alcohol was flowing. People were drinking, people were having a good time. Is that difficult for you?
Not at all.
Because I'm going to put words in your mouth at first, but if I'm wrong, please correct
Yeah.
me. Were you not as hurt when you go to social events and stuff because your alcoholism was kind of rooted in grief and feeling lonely and stuff? It's not like you had you just loved to throw back Miller Lights. It's not like you were a crazy like alcoholic in that sense. I mean, or were you? Were you just drinking Miller Lite?
All of it. I mean,
It didn't matter?
it didn't matter. Yeah.
Really?
But you're
You
right.
know what I'm saying, though?
You're absolutely right. It was rooted in this darkness, this like low, you know, vibrational plane where I never want to go back. And the joy I've found outside of that is just it far surpasses, you know, even thinking about, that drink. We had a great time. I was able to drive myself home and feel good about it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Is it ever tough being at those things, though? Not from a piece of like, "Oh, I don't know if I could be around all these people drinking," but is it ever tough from the mindset of like you having to explain yourself when like people are like, "Where's your drink?" Because we just live in that kind of society of like, "Oh, where's yours?" And you'd be like, "Oh, well, I'm not drinking tonight."
yeah.
Do you have a go-to like thing? Do you do like I connected with another person that night, Katie Cruz from Bomb Babes. She makes these dessert cake bomb things that are incredible. And she, I've learned, is also sober. And what she does is she carries a solo cup full of Sprite or
Yeah.
something or water. So she doesn't have to explain herself to people because she hates navigating that conversation. What do you do?
Okay, two things. It's amazing how much people don't care, right?
Really?
Absolutely. Most of the time, they don't even ask. If they did, I'm super proud of my sobriety. So I tell them, I'm sober, and and they're, they give me a thumbs up. They're like, cool, that's awesome. Every single person on this planet either has struggled with something themselves or knows somebody in active addiction. It's, you know, the numbers are just, wild. So the shame, there should be no shame about that. I think the opposite really is, you should be, it takes a lot to get out of it. And that's something that should be celebrated. And you never know, like, what conversations can, either help somebody get out of their addiction, you know, even just you know, for the non-alcoholic person. I know there's a lot of like sober, curious people. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah. What do you think of that whole movement?
I love it.
Do you ever dabble in some of these sober curiosity, like, or these, I don't want to call them mocktails, because I also had someone in here on the podcast named Brittany Hyde. She runs the Little Sober Bar, and she serves all these drinks that are just non-alcoholic.
Yeah.
They kind of mimic an alcoholic drink, but they're not an alcoholic drink. Do you dabble in any of that stuff, or do you just kind of steer clear from the whole thing collectively as a whole?
I'm a big Coke Zero fan. So as long as there's something fizzy, I'm good.
Coke Zero.
I don't need anything to taste like anything,
Sure.
Yeah.
You're perfectly content with a good soda.
Right.
A good crispy soda goes so
Right?
far. God. Like a Dr. Pepper from McDonald's
Yes.
or
Or
their Sprite.
Starry.
Do you like Starry?
Love it.
Not had good experiences with it.
Try the zero kind. I think it's
Okay.
better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because that's what they did with, was that 7-Up
Yeah.
that they took and replaced?
I think so. Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I was actually just talking about Starry the other day for some reason. I completely forget why, but very interesting.
It's pretty dynamic, like
Really?
flavor profile.
I've never considered a soda's flavor profile until now. Speaking of flavor profiles, no, that's a horrible segue. But I want to tell you, Susanna, about a friend of mine. Can I tell you about them?
Yes, please.
I would love to tell you about my friends at Branded and Devoted Designs. Can I tell you about them? If you're looking to level up your company's presence, but not in an online space, but a physical space, if you're looking to change up your merch game, your brand deserves better than boring swag. We've all been to networking events. We've all done the golf tournament thing where you get a little goodie bag and there's filled with branded things, pens, tees, golf balls, tumblers, Stanley Cups, you name it. But some companies just don't know how to make their brand stick on these products, and it really shows. So if you're looking to get some merch, maybe it's been a while since you've gotten yourself a t-shirt with your logo on it. Get you one. Get you some. Sell them. Give them to your friends. That's free marketing. Contact my friends at Branded and Devoted Designs. They do t-shirts, hats, tumblers, mugs. They can put your logo on anything. They're a local family, local to Cartersville, Ackworth kind of ish area. And I said, Dave, what can you put my logo on? And he was like, buddy, I can put your logo on anything that you want me to. Like, I can put it on a table, I can put it on a textbook, I can put it on a poster, whatever you want. So go talk to them. Visit their website, brandedanddevoteddesigns.com. If you tell them through your process through inquiring about, leveling up your company's merch game, if you let them know that you heard about them from Logan, he will hook you up with 10% off. So immediate benefit. If you're listening to this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I need to order more t-shirts, do them with Branded and Devoted Designs. You will not be disappointed. They are experts at what they do. Again, local family, local good people, and they make all of your morning drive merch, the tumblers, the stuff you see on the online store, the laser engraved coffee mugs. Branded and Devoted Designs. Dave, he does them all. So check him out. Let him know I sent you, and you'll get 10% off your order.
I'm definitely going to check them out.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
If you
Speaking
If you actually need a connection, I will hook you up with him later. Oh my God, you have a third cup in there.
Yes, but it's for you.
What?
And I know, I'm
That's
glad.
so kind.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's the smaller version.
I love this.
My husband said, like, guys don't carry around the big one. So, and you made fun of it. So
This is true. Oh no, I was just playing with you.
yeah.
This is so nice. How kind of you.
Our first ever merch.
Is it really?
Yes.
It's
You were the
nice.
first recipient.
I'm the first recipient. Yeah. Oh, Susanna, that's really kind of you. That's really nice. Well, I guess it just makes sense to give you yours too.
Oh, what?
That coffee mug is yours as well. Isn't that fun?
I love
This
it.
is usually a post-podcast thing, but we're doing it on the mic.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. It's natural.
Yeah. Cool.
Wow.
I love it.
Well, next time you need a reorder of these, call Dave Davis. But,
yeah, I will. Yeah.
But wow, that's so kind. I'm so appreciative of that. You can tell I don't get gifts that often because when I do, I get like teary-eyed. Like it's so nice. Thank you. That's very kind of you. I love the logo too.
Thank you.
And it looks honestly sick with the engraving.
I was really excited.
Did you make your logo?
I did.
It looks great.
Yeah.
It's simple.
I put it into Grok though, and he didn't like it.
Grok?
So yes, he was like, maybe it could be better this way. And then
Do you use ChatGPT a lot? Or
I use
AI a lot?
Grok, yeah.
Do you like it?
Big fan.
Grok?
Oh yeah.
I use ChatGPT all day, every day. It's remarkable.
It's crazy how it can just make life better, taking out the menial tasks, you know?
Yes, it's such a game changer that like it's like why didn't we have this 5 years ago? I'm sure we did, but they just didn't roll it out yet. But this is so kind. I really appreciate that. That's so nice of you to do. Shouts to your husband too. What's his name?
JP.
Shouts to you, JP. Look at this. I will proudly rep this. Look at that. Free marketing. That's it.
Nice.
Look at that. This will be my new go-to work cup.
Yeah.
So I'll take that with me on the
New
drives.
morning
Hey,
coffee.
you can have your morning coffee and your morning drive
Yes,
mug.
sir.
Wow.
Love it.
Love that. And then also additionally, that white envelope is for you too.
Oh,
There's
cool.
something in there that you can look at later. If you want to look at it now, you can. We're talking about it. Or you can look at it later. It's totally up to you.
Okay. Oh,
Okay. Cool.
now I'm curious.
Yeah, right. It's nothing crazy. It's just
Okay.
I give the mug and the envelope to everybody
Cool.
just because, doing this with me is so special to me that because selfishly I get to network with some really, really cool people. And in a way that I'm comfortable, because like that gala, like those are cool and all. But I feel like I never have like good conversations. You were an exception, and a couple other people that night actually proved to me that I can go to those and have effective conversations. But I prefer this. I want to like, hey, rather than us going to one of those networking events where it's corny and you stand around a circle and you introduce yourself every week, even though you just saw each other last week, I just don't like that. I prefer to say, hey, instead of going to that networking event, let's go to Starbucks and just chat.
Right.
Or let's go to another local business and have lunch. Or let's just walk through the park and just get to know each other that way. Because I
Right.
feel like it's more effective.
Absolutely. It's the pressure and the expectation that you put on yourself.
Because you walk in that and you get out of your car and you put your pocket, you put like 5 business cards in there and you're like, oh, I got to give my card out to, and it's very transactional. Oh, well, what's your card? Like,
Yeah.
I just hate that corny networking stuff.
Right.
The gala was cool though, because people weren't really doing that because most of the people there, it looked like they all knew each other. So yeah, it was actually pretty nice. I was really excited after we left there because I was like, hell yeah, I got to meet some cool people.
Yeah.
And super cool that, I mean, I didn't even know who you were.
Yeah.
And then like Catherine was like, oh my God, that's Susanna.
That's what that was wild.
That is, talk about a small world.
Yeah.
She was like,
'Cause-
she got out of the bathroom. She was like, guess who I just ran into? And I was like,
Yeah.
who? Oprah? I
Yeah.
think I said Oprah. Hope, because the place was nice enough. I was like, damn, Oprah could be here. She was like, no, so you still own that home?
I do. And Catherine was my just the best tenant
Oh,
on the planet.
she's so great, isn't she?
Just yeah. Can you move back in, please? Like I know you own your home now, but
Can I buy it from you?
yeah, sure.
Probably not. Can't afford Kennesaw prices right now.
They're not bad actually.
No, that's the thing. I mean, we're in Cartersville right now, but like,
Yeah.
because Cartersville blew up and it was at the time, the prices were very nice and we got into a new build townhome. And so a brand new home at the price that we got it for was just not heard of.
Right.
So of course, very thankful for that. But ideally would love to live in Kennesaw, Woodstock, Ackworth, kind of that area, just a little closer to everybody else.
Man, I'm the opposite.
No?
I am Cartersville's biggest fan.
Are you?
Absolutely. There's like no traffic.
Do you guys live there?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. 5 years now.
Where?
Love it.
Well, you don't have to tell me now
yeah.
if you don't want to. I'm going to ask you later, though.
Yeah.
I wonder if we live close.
Probably.
Wow.
I think you told me where you live.
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's small enough. Like,
Yeah, true.
yeah.
Wow.
There's just, and they have a lot of exciting things planned as well.
They do.
So,
It's a great city.
super great city.
And that's the thing is like, ideally, when we first moved in, we were like, oh, we'd love to live in Kennesaw. But then the other night we were driving through downtown Cartersville and I was like, I don't know if I want to leave here.
It's so cute.
It is.
It has everything you need except maybe a Costco.
Correct. That's the only thing we're missing.
But, with Costco comes traffic.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Because if they put a Costco in Cartersville, which I know, I don't know if you're in any of these like Facebook groups where people are just like chatting about stuff. People are like, we need a Costco. And then people are like,
yeah,
no, we don't.
yeah.
And like seeing people fight about it in the comments is really funny.
Right.
But it would bring a lot because people would come from Rome, from White, from Ackworth, even in Kennesaw, the ones that don't want to go to the Barrett Park Parkway Costco because Barrett Parkway is a nightmare already.
Right.
Putting a Costco back there was a horrible.
I know.
The traffic is so bad in that parking lot at all times. But that's, Costco's like Chick-fil-A. From the moment they open to the moment they close, they're busy. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
But
Just like how much you spend.
but
Like
that's
you
so cool. I didn't
you
realize you guys were in Cartersville.
Yeah.
Wow. We should absolutely
Love
hit the downtown Cartersville at some point.
Yes. I'd
We
love
would
to.
so enjoy that.
Yeah.
So back to the sobriety thing real quick,
Yeah.
but not too heavy. Is your husband sober as well?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was he like that before you guys met?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. 12 years when we met.
Wow. Congrats to him.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So he definitely,
So he had his own journey.
oh yeah. Wow. That's a cool story too.
Wow. Good for him, man. That's really cool. And that you guys got to share that and hold each other accountable. That's so cool. That just adds another layer to the story. I didn't even know. That's so cool. So good. Very good. Love that. That's so cool. I feel like I've said so cool so many times.
It
But
is so cool.
it is so
Like,
cool.
yeah.
I mean, there's so many so cool things like
It is.
coffee mug, Yeti tumbler, or Yeti, Stanley, sober couple. You live down the street, probably. All a bunch of things to get excited about. I love that. So what's next, Susanna? I mean, you guys do the real estate thing. You do your Thursday night participation. You lead that. You're passionate about that. You could see something happening in the future, but don't necessarily know what else. What other worlds do you like being a part of? Would you ever get back to the marketing world? Are you comfortable not being in that space anymore?
I'm good, man. Like, check that box off. Don't need it. We are looking to build a team, making, more holistic realtors and, even just like teaching people who might be into that. Yeah. So kind of the training aspect on that. And then kids, man. Like, we want to have children and, you know,
Going through that journey still?
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then
As we are as well. So it's an interesting journey for sure.
interesting is a good word for it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Ups and downs. Roller coaster. That's a
Wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew it would be so tough?
I don't know.
And I've always wondered like if I would ever bring that up on here,
Yeah.
but I like to have conversations sometimes that people don't love having.
Yeah.
Because I feel like we should be open more
Yes.
because again, like the whole community aspect of it is like
Yeah.
people can like huddle around each other and just, support goes such a long way. But who the hell knew it would be so damn tough? In high
Yeah.
school, they make it sound like, oh, if you just touch a girl's shoulder, you're going to get
Yeah.
her pregnant.
Right.
And then when you get to be an adult, one of my buddies was actually telling me about this the other day. He said, if you, do the deed on the right day, at the right time, at the right month, and the right time of that day, you still only have like a 12% chance of getting pregnant.
Yeah.
It is insanely difficult scientifically to
Yeah.
get pregnant. But then you hear stories about people hooking up one time and then they have a baby on accident.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? It must have
Wild.
just been lightning in the bottle for them,
Right.
which makes me mad.
And I think that's the worst part of it because hearing those stories makes you feel so isolated, so different than everybody else.
Exactly.
But you have to know how many people are going through that. And I mean, I make my own laundry detergent. Like
Really?
I've like
You've gone to some lengths.
oh yeah, like I've cut out, everything toxic and, still having problems. So,
Yeah.
hang on.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Again, I think the pressures of it make it harder than what it needs to be.
Yeah.
Because again, we're the only couple in our friend group out of 8 couples
Yeah.
that don't have children, and none of them, unless they're hiding things from us, which they could be, nobody has struggled.
Yeah.
And it's bullshit.
Yeah. It is.
Hey guys, I want to talk to you a little bit about the company that makes your morning drive happen every week. Are you looking to elevate your business and your brand? Hammerhead Creations is here to help. They offer top-tier marketing services, including social media management, website design, and Google page optimization, ensuring your business reaches the right audience. Whether it's a side hustle or your full-time grind, their expert team me is ready to help you grow. Plus, if you're into podcasting like me, Hammerhead Creations offers full support for both in-house shows and external podcast creation. From concept to production, we will help you bring your ideas to life. Visit www.hammerheadcreations.com and discover how we can take your business or your podcast or both to the next level. Hammerhead Creations, swim with the big sharks.
I've been through like the many stages of, I guess grief on that. Why me? Does God not want me to have kids?
Right.
I know he does though, because he would not put that desire into your heart without, he's not going to like let you want something so fervently and then just not give it to you.
Yeah, that's true. That's a really good way of putting it.
Yeah. And we are definitely open to, fostering or adopting.
Sure. Yeah. Well, we've said the same thing, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Right.
But yeah, it'd be a tough day for someone. Nobody's like told me, because, I won't ask you because I don't want to get too hard into your business, at least on recorded. But I'm the issue. It's my fault that we're struggling. And I forgot where I was going to go with that, damn it. But I'm the issue. I'm the problem. Call me Morgan Wallen because I'm the problem.
I think that's good news, though. Because there's IVF, all you need is one.
Yeah, that's true.
One little guy to,
that's true. Which is like, no, I can't say that. That's a little much. No, I'll say it anyway. The other night, I was talking to somebody about this in a pretty intimate conversation, but he kind of lightened the mood a little bit and said that he was like, wow, in a family full of swimmers, none of yours make it through.
Aww.
And I was like, wow, that is horrible, but I actually kind of like that. But the context is both my siblings went to college for swimmers.
Wow.
To be swimmers. And they both had scholarships and crazy talented athletes. But he slid that joke in there, and I was like, if I didn't like you, I might have been offended, but well done. Well done. But yeah, it's one of those things, we don't have to spend too much time on it, but it's just one of those things, like sometimes we got to talk about this stuff because it helps. It helps to know somebody, to share the victories in when there's a victory, to, be there for each other when there's some hard times. It makes all the difference.
Right. And big shout out to CNY. That's where I'm getting my IVF. They're more on like the holistic side.
Okay.
Like the first thing they told me to do was get on the carnivore diet or keto. And they just care like a lot, like actually care. We had been to other places around Atlanta and they just kind of treat you like cattle. And I was not about it. I mean, it's, again, like real estate, it's this intimate, huge thing.
Yeah.
Like, why?
Like, why are you treating me like a number on a spreadsheet?
Yeah. It's like people doing real estate for the money. Like, it's
sure,
horrible.
the money's great. It can be, but that shouldn't be your driving factor.
The money doesn't matter if you're not fulfilled in it.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Love that. So, Susanna, there comes a point in every conversation I have with my guests where I ask them a collection of questions that have nothing to do with what we just talked about. We just talked about your career, some of the journeys that you've gone through, and, how you got to where you are today. But these questions are kind of like first date questions. I know it's been a while since you've been on a first date, but these questions they're mostly first date questions. There's a couple deeper ones there towards the end, but for the most part, they're very just fun, lighthearted questions. You ready?
Cool.
What is your favorite movie?
E.T., hands down.
Really?
Yeah.
That was a quick answer.
Yeah.
E.T.'s always been your thing?
Yeah, I love love aliens.
Okay.
So E.T. the extraterrestrial.
Correct. Yes.
To be
Phone home.
Very clear. Although my husband has like opened up his film world to me, so I do have others I really like. If you want to give me a genre, but
oh really? Is your husband a big movie guy?
Huge.
Oh.
He can tell you that director, producer, boom mic guy, on any film
Really?
ever. It's crazy.
Wow, I need to
Yeah.
talk to him because
Yeah.
we would
Oh,
bond over
you
the movie stuff.
absolutely.
Huge movie guy right here.
Yeah.
Love movies. I'm going tonight.
Oh, what are you using?
Fantastic Four.
Nice.
Did you go?
Monday, tomorrow.
Oh, you're going tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to text you and find out what you thought about it.
Okay.
I've been going to the movies a lot lately, but it's the summer. All the summer movies are out.
Yeah.
What did I see last week? Superman.
Nice. Me too. Yeah.
What'd you think?
Started out slow,
Yes.
but yeah.
Into it. And then the week before that, I saw Jurassic World.
Yes.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. I love that you guys go to the movies so much.
Oh yeah. We're like A-listers and all
You
that.
do the AMC thing?
Yeah.
Where do you guys go?
Kennesaw. We have to go to the IMAX.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. I feel
With Dolby.
wow. I love you guys already.
Yeah.
This is great.
And we'll let you in on our secret, like the best seats
Okay.
or the best audio.
Okay.
It's row E.
Row E.
Yes.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Wonder where I'm sitting tonight. I forget. For tonight's movie, I only booked with what I could because the showings were always so packed. I was like, well, there's 3 seats right there.
Yeah.
But yeah, also an A-lister. Shout out to us. Look at us.
Nice.
At the beginning of the AMC movies, the 40 minutes of pre-show, they're like, we'd like to thank our investors. I was like, that's me.
I do too.
Like,
I raise my hand every single time.
I make a joke out of it every time because I keep telling my cousin, we go to the movies together so often that I'm like, dude, you should pay for this membership. It's stupid that you don't. Because we're going to these IMAX movies and we've seen we saw Mission Impossible, then we saw Jurassic World, then we saw Superman, and now we're seeing Fantastic Four. We saw them all in either Dolby or IMAX, and he's paying $22 a piece each time. And I'm like, dude, the membership's like $20 a month, and you get to do this unlimited. 3 a week is the one that I pay for.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, what are you doing?
It's a deal, man.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a steal.
People just don't go to the movies around here. Like we were in Colorado and there were 8 AMCs in like a 10-mile radius.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like,
I love that you guys are A-listers. That makes me feel special.
Yeah.
Because I have never met another A-lister.
Really?
It seems like everybody I know is just like, oh, why would I pay for that? I'm like, we go to the movies at least once a month.
Right.
At the very least, if you go once a month, it pays for itself.
It's our thing. I mean, it's the one thing we can do that we don't have to think about anything ever,
You ever go alone?
outside of this.
Like by yourself?
I don't. JP will.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do too.
I mean,
I love going alone.
Yeah.
It's so great.
I don't see myself having the time for that. But like, and then everything that I want to see, I mean, JP
Also wants to see. Yeah. So why would you go alone?
Right.
But everything he wants to see maybe not always aligns with you. So
or certain movies. Yes. Yeah.
Are there any movies that you just like stay away from that you're just like, I'm good?
I do not do horror.
Which is ironic.
And then like he went to see Final Destination.
I missed that one. I never saw it.
I still call horror. Anything that's going to like make me scared of something in the future.
Correct. You can classify Jurassic World as horror. There are some little creepy spots in there.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like I love horror movies though.
I will
It's
do
an adrenaline
zombies.
rush.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we talked about zombies earlier.
Yeah.
You were open to that. But serial
So
killers,
good.
you're like out on like, oh no,
No,
don't give me a serial killer.
It depends. I
Like
don't know.
no Friday the 13th kind of stuff.
I don't know. It
Or, like
depends.
paranormal activity. I love like
bad.
demonic stuff. I know
Yeah.
it's very non-god of me, but like I love the demonic stuff.
The recent stuff though is like, it's like too far. You know what I mean?
There's always a level in the movie where you're like, wow, this is crazy. And then like the last 20 minutes and you're just like, okay, like they're opening up portals to other dimensions.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know what you're letting in.
And you're like, what are you doing? And additionally, when I was in high school, the movie The Conjuring came out and I was raised in the Catholic Church and the Sunday before The Conjuring released in theaters, our pastor was like, there's a movie coming out this weekend. It's called The Conjuring. Do not see it. You will let these demons into your soul or into your heart. And my mom was like, you're not seeing that movie. So I lied and said I was seeing something else. And I went and saw that movie twice. I saw it back to back. And it's one of my favorite movies to this day.
Really?
But
Wow.
at the time, I was like, or like 5 years later, I was like, yeah, I actually went and saw that Conjuring movie. And she was like, no.
I think there's some truth to that. but that's a whole
Yeah.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Just
Yeah.
watch yourself.
Favorite movie.
Yeah.
Good. I love that.
Yeah.
I love your answer. E.T.'s a classic. What was your first job ever? First time you collected a paycheck?
Oh man. I did SEO for my dad's engineering company.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's fun.
Yeah, it was.
SEO. Look at you.
SEO. Yeah.
You're ahead of the times.
I know. It was
What year was this?
like 2005.
Wow.
Yeah. Like,
Holy hell.
yeah.
Jesus. Cool. You can't say Jesus and holy hell in the same breath. That just doesn't make sense. That's blasphemous in the Catholic Church. Insert a priest running in here and throwing holy water on me. Susanna, you get to organize a music festival. You get to
Fun.
pick your 3 headliners. Who are they?
Well, I've got to say Mumford and
Of
Sons.
course, you flew to another state to see them, so
Yes.
they are automatically on your Mount Rushmore.
Yes, absolutely. So good. Let's see. Can I do like Lincoln Park with Chester?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, then totally that.
Great answer.
And then Dead Mouse.
All right.
I know that's random.
Interesting lineup.
Yeah.
Denmouse, Mumford and Sons, and Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
I like it. I support it. The new Lincoln Park is I don't know.
We're going to see him in Nashville.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm just such like I love Lincoln Park so much that I don't know.
So you're just jamming What I've Done on like a bad day. It's pouring rain outside. You're driving home, and it's just like, whoa. Like I love the memes that come with it, like the Transformers stuff too. Oh,
Yeah.
so funny. On a day that you're not working in any capacity, which is few and far between, I'm sure. How do you take care of yourself? How do you recharge? How do you do you?
I still like to be productive in some capacity. So plants, crafting. I really like to refinish like furniture.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Never would have guessed.
Yeah.
Furniture finisher.
Yeah.
What is some advice that you were given at any point in your life that you kind of still stick by and think of often?
Do something that scares you every day.
Do you do something that scares you every day?
Yes, or challenges you. You can swap those out.
Sure.
Yeah.
But that's good advice.
I try,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Just try to spice it up here and there.
Yeah, right?
Life can get pretty mundane.
Yeah.
Just throwing something new in every once in a while can be good for the soul.
Or not even something new. It's just the whole, back to the New York thing, like, take that opportunity that you didn't want to take.
I like it.
Yeah.
Kind of just be a yes man. I
Yeah.
wanted to say that earlier. It's like,
Yeah.
just say yes to things.
Yeah.
If it makes you nervous, say yes to it.
Yeah. Unless it's like bad.
Yeah,
like,
right. If
still be
someone's like,
smart
hey, you
about
want to
it.
do some hard drugs? Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe
Don't
think that
do
one
that.
through a little bit.
Yeah. But if it's good for your soul, then
Yeah, hard drugs or not.
no.
Susanna, what's your biggest fear?
Not having kids.
Yeah.
Like by far.
Really?
Yeah. I'll take zombie apocalypse all day long, but like not having a family like scares me to death.
Yeah. I can understand that. And then lastly, Susanna, what is your main motivator? What pushes you? What keeps you going? What is your morning drive?
I'm going to say my sobriety, my relationship with God, and my relationship with people.
I like it. I like it a lot. Susanna, now I'm going to let you go ahead and talk directly to the people and tell them who you are, what you offer, how to find you, how to get in contact with you, all of the above.
Awesome. I am Susanna Erickson. I work with my husband, JP Erickson. We are Holistic Home Collective. You can find us at theholisticrealtors.com. and then all over social media and what have you. But yeah, numbers on the website. So give us a call.
Good stuff. I'll make sure I throw the link to the website in the description of the episode. So, you guys, if you're interested in any of the things we talked about, you can scroll down, tap the link, and you can learn more about Holistic Home Collective and Susanna and her husband and all of the things in between. Susanna, thank you
Thank
for
you.
doing this. The hype was real. It was a great conversation. Um, I'm lucky to know you now. I'm super and I'm rooting for you guys. We'll have to catch a movie. We'll have to go to downtown
Yes,
Cartersville. Now that I know that you guys are close, we got to do something.
absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. And I
Mm.
can't wait to see you guys crush it in whatever space you're doing. And I can't wait to see you grow your team and grow your family and all the things.
You too, man.
Thank you for
Thanks.
being here.
Thank you.
Guys, again, her stuff's going to be in the description of the episode. So go down and check her out, as well as my stuff if you're interested in learning more about me, about the things I do, about Hammerhead Creations, all of those things. Go ahead and get to the links in the description. Shout out to Fireworks. Shout out to everybody that makes your morning drive happen. We appreciate all of you. Thanks for listening. Have a good day.